Hi, Africa. Thank you for joining me on SciTech right here on Africanews, and I am Ignatius Annor. African researchers are yearning to go beyond their borders and impact the world around them. But sadly, problems with visa acquisition is hampering their efforts. Do you know that almost 50% of researchers with an African nationality have reported they rarely travel to another country for work, compared to around 17% of European researchers? A poll conducted by the Brand Corporation for the Wellcome Trust, a London-based research charity in association with Together Science Can campaign, needs to be heard in order to be addressed. It said researchers from Africa and Asia still face much difficulty in getting visas to visit other countries for work compared to their peers from Europe and North America. To get to know more about this, I reached out to the team on this worrying trend. Here's Louise Wren, Policy Manager at Together Science Can.
Our survey showed that African researchers were 3 times more likely than European and North American researchers to experience visa obstacles to international travel. That's detrimental because if we want to produce the best science, produce discoveries that will improve all of our lives, we need to travel and collaborate across countries. Together Science Can is a campaign to improve science collaboration around the world. Science is a global enterprise. We share the same challenges and we need to work together to find solutions. We encourage researchers to join our campaign and speak up. We're so much stronger when we speak as one.
And as if that's not enough for Hurdle, many researchers are also impacted negatively by austerity measures at their institutions. Now, this is forcing them to look elsewhere to fund their travels. But will this not affect the quality of research?
Our work didn't look at the impact of austerity measures. We looked at researchers' experiences of international travel. When we looked at the factors that enabled international travel, funding was important across all regions. However, African researchers were the least likely to cite support from their institution, and they were more likely to cite support from conference organisers or collaborators.
Okay, now meet a man who has embarked on pretty good projects for humanity for decades using science and innovation. I have admired Bill Gates from far for so long. But now I can certainly say that he's touched me to the very core. Now here's why. The Microsoft founder and billionaire is leading a campaign among his peers to reinvent new sanitation technologies for developing countries. Last week, Gates was seen at a Banjul conference with a port full of human excreta. Before you judge, hang on a bit. All Gates did was to draw attention on the need to solve one of the basic needs that millions of people lack in developing countries, including Africa. The philanthropist and co-chair of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation says, quote, this is going to be a $6 billion annual opportunities for companies that are first to market, end of quote. UNICEF says nearly 900 million people have no choice but to attend to nature's call in the open. But according to Bill Gates, the poorest 2.5 billion in the world lack access to a decent toilet. And so, together with some scientists, Gates is coming up with a way to take waste and process it locally. These reinvented toilets are being tested in Durban, South Africa, right now.
So in places without sanitation, you've got way more than that, and that's what kids, when they're out playing, they're being exposed to all the time. And that's why we connect this, not just with quality of life, but with disease and death, and with malnutrition. When you think about things that are basic, right up there with health and enough to eat, I think having a reasonable toilet certainly belongs on that list.
Now, typically, most of us have been accustomed to the fact that toilets require water. But Bill Gates said these approaches do not require any water at all. According to his LinkedIn page, many of these approaches do not need electricity too, while others run on solar power. And that's all I have for you on SciTech this week. I am Ignatius Annor. Let the conversation continue. On Twitter, follow me at Ignatius Annor. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Let me now hand you over to King Barbara and King Jerry, who continue the rest of the morning call. It's right here on Africa News.